and welcome to another empties video. So I think I filmed my last empties back in the spring sometime, and now it is fall, approaching winter. It is November 2nd, the day I'm filming, so I've got a lot to share. And because I've got so much product, including quite a few makeup products, I'm just gonna save all my makeup empties for my end of year makeup empties roundup. So if you're looking for makeup empties, they're not in this video. I only share skincare, hair care, and body care, and a couple of miscellaneous items. Let's get right into it. First, let's start with hair care. That's actually a category where I have the least item. First up, I've got the Kerastase Blonde Absolute. I think this is just a conditioner. It does work really well. I've already repurchased this and will definitely recommend. Oh, by the way, I did use this when I had blonde hair, and it was meant to tone your hair, but I'm not sure how much it did because I didn't buy this item for that reason. I just bought it as a conditioner for extremely damaged hair, so it was nourishing. Next up, the Christophe Robin shade variation mask, baby blonde, and this is so bad, so would not recommend this at all. I really had a hard time trying to use this up. I don't think this toned my hair at all. Even when I left it on my hair for over 30 minutes, it still did nothing. I have certainly used purple shampoo or conditioner or purple hair mask that did tone my hair well, and it was definitely noticeable, but this did absolutely nothing. And even just as a hair mask on its own, it did nothing. My hair was still dry after I washed it off, so will not recommend. Definitely not for me. Will never repurchase this if I ever have blonde hair again. Next up, another hair mask. This is the Verb Ghost hair mask. This is my lighting is so bright. Let me adjust it. I think this hair mask worked pretty well on my bleached hair. I think it definitely did everything it claimed, though I feel like it wasn't as nourishing as this one over here. This is, I would say, the best hair care product I've tried when I had bleached hair. However, I did feel that if I were to have my natural hair, this would have been an amazing hair mask, and that's probably all I would need. Next up, I have the Pheno hair mask. I think this has been popular for many years, and it's definitely popular for a reason. It's fairly affordable and it works pretty well. This is already a repurchase, so I'll definitely keep repurchasing this in the future. It is a little bit on the thicker side, so I'd say if I had my natural hair, I probably wouldn't need something that's this nourishing. Oh, and by the way, after you apply this to your hair, you can wash it up right away. It just works at an instant. It just gets its job done. Next up, another one from Kerastase, and this is also from the Blonde Absolute line. Though this is like a hair mask, and then this is more like just a conditioner, I prefer this one more. Don't know if they're actually the same price, but I really like this one. This one though, it still worked well. I still liked it. I used it pretty quickly, and I'm not sure if this really toned my hair either, but at least it worked really well just as a hair mask, so it was definitely a good purchase. And that was actually all of the hair items I had. Now let's move on to skincare. Now just looking at the pile, I feel like I have 30 items to say. Alright, let's get started. So first, I've got a couple cleansers. The first one is from Curel. This one I also mentioned in my last empties video. It's a really gentle cleanser and really nice for dry skin. It's not stripping or anything. I feel like it cleanses really well. Recommend, will repurchase. Next up, I have the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. This is a cleanser that I really like and have already repurchased. It is also what I'm currently using right now, actually. This is the 200 milliliter one, and what I have right now is actually the 400 milliliter one. So I guess that shows how much I like this cleanser. Again, really gentle and nice on my dry skin. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, I have extremely dry skin. Like extremely dry skin. Now that it's winter, all I really do in my skincare is just a ton of face oil and a ton of moisturizer, day and night. Yes, you heard it. And I actually do use this to remove some light makeup if I have just like a really light base and some eyeshadow and some brows. This works really well for that, so I don't need like an extra step of cleansing because I cannot over cleanse my face, again because I have really dry skin and it gets very irritated and sensitive if I over cleanse. Next up, the Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Face Toner. This I got, I think, March of 2020. Yeah, I just couldn't use it up. I think it was giving me reactions, like it was giving me acne for some strange reason. Maybe my face didn't like rose. So I asked my husband to use it and try to use it up instead, and I think it did the same thing on him. By the way, my husband also has very dry skin. His skin used to be drier, but I don't know why he's gotten more normal, whereas I've gotten drier and drier and drier. So that's interesting. So unfortunately we couldn't use it up, so definitely will not repurchase. This came in with a set because I wanted to try out some products from Fresh. I guess they just weren't for me. The other products were in my previous empties. I did use them up, though I didn't enjoy any of them. Now, a few serum slash essence. First one is from Filoka. This is the Supreme Multi Correction Lotion, Hydration and Radiance. This I received as a gift on my birthday in the year of 2020. I thought it was really nice. It definitely was very hydrating. The only thing is, it did take me a long time to use it up. It took me a year, and I tried to follow the recommended time on the packaging, usually for skincare products, and this one says 6 months. So I'm not sure if I would repurchase this just because I cannot actually use it up in 6 months. I don't want it to go bad before I can finish it. Next up, you've seen this many times, I'm sure, the Shiseido Ultimate Power Infusing Concentrate. I believe this was my last one of these, I guess, trial size, the 15 milliliter ones. Oh, sorry, the 10 milliliter ones. And once again, it's not bad, but I'm just not sure if I absolutely need it in my skincare routine. I think it's nice if you want to try it. Didn't have any complaints. It's just, probably don't need this, so probably won't repurchase. Yeah, at this point, I just don't know if I really need any kind of serum, unless it's more like an acid or like a vitamin C serum, which I have right here, or like a brightening serum that has more of a, I guess, function to it other than just hydration. Because for hydration, I just think I need a lot of oil. That's what really helps. So this is the vitamin C, the serum from the Sephora brand. I use it all up. I think it's pretty nice. I might repurchase this, or I might try another vitamin C serum from a different brand. But this is definitely a really affordable option if you are interested in trying any sort of vitamin C serum. Will recommend. Next, some acid type of product. The first one is from First Aid Beauty. It is the Resurfacing Liquid 10% AHA. I use this daily, as it says on the packaging, at nighttime, and I'm not sure exactly what it did. I do have some bumps here in my cheek area, especially on this side, and not so much on the other side. I still have some on the left hand side, but it's the most prominent on the right hand side. Well, I say prominent, it's not that bad, to be honest. It doesn't really bother me, but I have had this issue for many years, ever since I was in my teens. So I don't know how much this product did. It did feel nice on the skin though, and it wasn't irritating or anything. And I did apply it all over my face. I feel like it kind of helps with my chin acne. I've been getting a ton of chin acne from having to wear a mask. So I think it kind of helps. It's strange, but I kind of want to repurchase this, although I'm not sure exactly what it did. And I did use it up completely from using it daily. So I guess you should give it a try. At least it's not irritating. So if you do have sensitive skin and you're looking for an HA product, this might be the one for you. And next I have from La Roche-Posay. It is the dual acne treatment. Forgot why I bought this, because apparently it's just 0.5% salicylic acid. Salicylic acid. Such a tongue twister. And I do have a salicylic acid product that I like a lot from the brand Clean & Clear that I have been using for years and years and have emptied a few in the past years. That works really, really well, and I still use that whenever I have acne popping up, which is, like I just mentioned, a lot on my chin nowadays, unfortunately. I don't get a lot of acne in general though, I guess because I've always had really dry skin. So I didn't actually finish this. There's still quite a bit of product in here. The expiration date is March of 2021. So around summertime, I think, I just thought I would stop using this and just throw it away. So for sure, I will not repurchase this again, so it doesn't go to waste again. And next up, another acne treatment from Clean & Clear. This is not the one that I keep on repurchasing. This is 5% benzoyl peroxide acne treatment, so it's different from the salicylic acid one, obviously. The ingredient is different, so that's the difference. And I feel like this doesn't work as well on my acne compared to the salicylic acid one. So once again, this expired, this expired 2020. Okay, December 2020. So like only like a year ago. Okay, it's not too bad. And once again, when I realized that it has expired for months, I just thought I will have to throw this away. And also because I'm not really using it anyway. Actually, both of these products I probably should have given them away to friends when I realized I didn't need them. But at the same time, 2020 really wasn't a year where I could actually get to see friends. So, well, now I know I don't need these products, so I will not be buying them again, so they don't go to waste. Next up, I have from Guerlain the Youth Watery Oil. I really, really like this. This is actually what got me started on using oils. I never knew I needed oils in my skincare before I started using this. So I got this from the November Sephora sale last year. So November Sephora sale of 2020. And I started using this, I think somewhere in spring of 2021. This lasted a really long time. I used a pump every single time I used it. So it lasted for maybe 6 months or something like that. This is extremely, extremely expensive in my opinion. I'm still debating if I should repurchase this during this upcoming Sephora sale, or if I should just try out other facial oils and perhaps repurchase it at a later time, like at the next sale. But anyways, I think this is a really, really nice product. I personally do have to use a lot every time I use it, but I have heard from other people's reviews that you don't need a lot. I guess you don't need a lot unless you have extremely dry skin. I do need a lot. But because it is an oil, if your skin is more normal or even oily, then a lot of it will probably irritate your skin. Next up, I've got 2 eye creams. This I'm sure you've seen before as well. This is the Benefiance Wrinkle Smoothing Eye Cream from Shiseido. And the 2 of these added together, 10 milliliters, which is like a third of a full size. No, like two-thirds of a full size. That's right. So I think this is a really nice eye cream. It works really well. I really enjoy using it. I will definitely keep on repurchasing it. And I am still using this right now. Like I have another one of these too and a full size. So I'm just gonna keep on using this. Perhaps even repurchase after I use up those. Next up, I have a few moisturizers. So I'm not gonna hold all of them up at once. First, I've got also from Shiseido, the Benefiance Wrinkle Smoothing Cream. This I did not enjoy as much as I did the eye cream because it's just not moisturizing enough. But of course the claim is wrinkle smoothing. I do have wrinkles on my face, especially when I smile. They're definitely very, very, very visible, and I've had them since I was in my late teens, so I don't really care. They don't really bother me. These just came in a set. I really wanted to try the eye cream, and everything was out of stock. I could only get it in the set. That's why I got so many of these mini trial size sets. Of course, I'll just use them up so that they don't go to waste. I will not be purchasing the full size of these. And speaking of wrinkle smoothing, I'm not sure how wrinkle smoothing they were, but that's alright. Again, it doesn't really bother me. Next up, I've got another one of those trial size from Estee Lauder. It's the Revitalizing Supreme Plus Night Intensive Restorative Cream. This one I actually really liked, although I only used it for a few nights because I do use a lot of moisturizer. So although I only used it at night, it only lasted me from 3 to 5 uses. I did really like this. I don't know the price of it, but I assume it's not going to be inexpensive because it's Estee Lauder, right? So I don't know if I will ever repurchase this or what, but it is really nice cream if you are interested in trying it. Next, I've got 2 mini sizes from La Roche-Posay. This tiny little one is the Protective Soothing Moisturizer, and I used this up in like 2 uses. It was really moisturizing, and La Roche-Posay is a really nice brand if you do have sensitive skin as well. I mean, I never considered myself having sensitive skin, but the fact is my skin can get sensitive at times, especially I find in winter time. I know it's technically fall, but it's already winter time for my skin. And my skin can get sensitive during this time much more than during the summertime. So this is really nice. And next up, I cut it open, but I couldn't find the top part. But that's okay, I've got a name on this. It is the Anti-Dry Skin Flare-Ups Immediate Soothing. This is like a balm, I guess. I also do have the full size of this, and that is what I'm using right now as my moisturizer day and night, and I apply a ton of it. And once again, it's really, really nice if you have extremely dry skin. You can really apply a lot of it, and it's very soothing, and it doesn't get overly greasy either. Well, I guess it is pretty sticky though if you really apply a lot like I do, but I mean that it doesn't give me acne or anything, and like doesn't irritate my skin, and it does make my skin less sensitive, probably just because it is very moisturized. Next up, another one from La Roche-Posay. This is their, I don't know, oh, I just found the names. And this is the Soothing Repairing Balm. I really like this. I just used this as a moisturizer and it worked really well. I used it all up. I looked into repurchasing this, but for some reason I just couldn't find it in the store. I couldn't repurchase it, but I think I will if I ever see it again in store. Will recommend if you have dry skin. This is a pretty popular product, I think, for what I've seen. So I've seen other reviews on it, and this is one of those items like the Guerlain oil. If your skin is more normal or even oily, this might give you acne. But for me, who has extremely dry skin, didn't do any of that. It was really nice. Next up, what you see in every single one of my empties video, the Curel moisturizer. It's called Intensive Moisture Care Moisture Facial Cream. A lot of moisture in there, and it's just, once again, a very simple moisturizer. It does what it claims, and also good for sensitive skin. I believe it's fragrance free, and also, like I mentioned, it's pretty simple in terms of ingredient. The only thing is that it's not as easily accessible. I could only get this online. From the amount I have to use, especially during winter, it's just not that cost effective. That's why I'd rather just use like the big bottle of the La Roche-Posay balm. But will repurchase. Next up, I've got 3 sunscreens, 2 of which are from the brand Ali. This has appeared in my previous empties. This is their cherry blossom packaging, I guess. It is a little bit pink. It's not advertised as having a tint or anything, but I feel like it kind of does. It sort of enhances my skin a little bit. And if I'm trying to have like a really light makeup day, I could just use this as my base. There's no actual tint in here, I don't think so, but it just somehow enhances my skin. I still have backups of this, and I will definitely keep on using. And this one also from Ali. This is the bright white version of their sunscreen. I really like using this. I used this up during the summer, and this is the first time I've ever used this version of their sunscreen, so I don't remember everything about it, but I do remember really enjoying this. I will definitely repurchase. Next up is from Decorte. This is a very very moisturizing as well. It's also a Japanese brand, and I think this is pretty popular as well. So is the brand Ali, but not necessarily these two versions though. However, because this is again the really popular, so I've seen reviews of this. And the same deal with the other ones I mentioned before. If your skin is more normal or even oily, this will probably be too greasy for you from what I've seen from other reviews. I love this. This is like a second layer of moisturizer. And you know, for me, I could just never have enough of moisturizer on my face. So I enjoy this. I still have a few backups of this as well. Next up, I have from Ren the Ultra Comforting Rescue Mask. This I got a while back, I think, and I didn't use it up because I just couldn't be bothered to use masks. I haven't purchased a single sheet mask in many years. Ever since I realized I don't use masks. I didn't give up on like these cream masks or like rinse off masks. I think that's what they're called. However, I think about a year ago was when I finally realized that I just don't need any kind of mask in my skincare. I'm just too lazy to use it. So I tried using this for a year after getting it, and I just still couldn't finish. On the packaging it says 9 months, so I definitely tried using this over 12 months or even a bit more than that, and I just couldn't finish it. I'm gonna just say goodbye to this. Next up, I have from Lush a beauty balm. This is a gift with purchase. I bought a bath bomb set last Christmas, and I got this as a gift with purchase. I tried using this just one time, and it was really like a horrifying experience. Again, because it was last Christmas, so it's been a while since I tried this, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but I used this as the last step in my skincare. So like after my moisturizer, or as my moisturizer, or like as a makeup primer, one of those. Before I was able to apply my makeup, I just had to wash it up. And after washing it up, I had to redo all my skincare because I washed up all the skincare underneath as well. It might have been that it just felt very drying on my face or something like that. Probably along those lines. Will not recommend if you have really dry skin like I do. Or maybe I just didn't use it properly. But anyways, it's been so long that I'm sure it had expired. Alright, that actually wraps up all the skincare items. That was so long. Now moving on to some body care. So first up, I've got 4 bottles of body wash. Oh, this one has no label on it anymore, but these two are the same, and it's my favorite body wash. It's very moisturizing, not stripping, and cleanse as well, so does it all, and it's very affordable. And this has appeared a few times I think already in my empties. Nothing too much to say about them. Will definitely repurchase. Another one from Dove. This is a gentle exfoliating body wash. Though I do feel it is gentle, but maybe not as gentle as what I would need. So will not repurchase. And also, such a small bottle took me over a year to actually use up. Next up, it is from a Japanese brand, White Conch. I don't know how you say this. It's called a body shampoo with vitamin C. It has a really nice citrus scent, so if you're into that, I'm sure you'll like this scent. However, I feel like it's a little bit dripping on my skin. Probably just not enough moisturizing content in there. And of course, it is a vitamin C one, so vitamin C is an acid, right? So I guess I'm not really supposed to use someone with dry skin, but I didn't dislike it by any means. I thought it was really nice, but just would have been better if it were more moisturizing. I might repurchase this just for the scent. And along the same lines, a body cream from White Conch and also the vitamin C line. I really like this. So I think because it's a body cream, it was definitely much more moisturizing than the body wash. Like I felt like it definitely had much more moisturizing content in here. But the downside is, same as facial moisturizers, I use a ton of body cream. So I use this up very, very quickly. So in that sense, I don't think this is very cost effective, and it's just so many packaging, because this is, I think, the only size they have. Like they don't have a bigger size. If they had one, I'd probably repurchase it. But since they don't, I don't think I will repurchase it. And next up, 2 body creams from Bath and Body Works. These are very, very moisturizing, and it works really well on dry skin. I really enjoy floral scents, but for some reason, the rose toner that I mentioned earlier, it just didn't work. I will have to say, because these are heavily scented, if you have very sensitive skin, these will probably irritate your skin. Like for my husband, he also has really dry skin, and his skin is a little bit sensitive, a little bit more on the sensitive side than I am. So I think the scent kind of irritates his skin a little bit. We usually share body creams because we have the same skin type, but I guess now it's more or less just me who's using these. And this is the CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. 2 empties since my last empties video and 1 more on the way. The one I'm currently using is almost empty. Oh, and yet another moisturizing lotion. This we use more just as a hand cream after washing our hands. This is really nice. We'll repurchase. It's just, I'm not a big fan of the packaging. Actually, probably a no for repurchasing. Yes, now I remember the packaging. Yes. Because the texture of the product isn't that liquidy, which is nice for a moisturizer, right? Because it moisturizes the skin well, but it's so hard to get out once you use it up to like here, which is not even that close to finishing it up. Nothing will come out from the pump anymore once you get to around here. But on the other hand, when you unscrew it, you can't really reach the bottom of the bottle with your hand either. Like for this one, same issue with this. It's easy to just unscrew and just use it out of the jar. That's no problem. And in that sense, it's not really an issue at all. But this was just so hard. We had to put it upside down. But it wouldn't stand because of the pump. So, yeah. And this is definitely not the only product with this type of packaging. I just don't know why they can't be in like a squeezy tube or like a bottle with a much wider opening. You know, like the CeraVe one. So that's the issue. Product is a good product, but packaging is just so annoying. So frustrating to use when it gets to the end. Oh, I was almost gonna wrap it up, but I got 2 more miscellaneous items. So first one, it's just like a gel that I use with like a facial tool. I'll put a picture up here. So it's just a gel so that the tool could glide easily on your skin. That's all. It doesn't do anything special, but it's really nice though. I mean, I have another tube of this and probably will repurchase once I use that one up. And then next up, you see this again every single time in every single empties video. It's a contact solution, so nothing too much to say about it. The only thing though I do have to mention every single time is this is the only brand that I do use. I've tried many other brands, especially when I was younger, and some were really, really bad. So some were really irritating for my eyes personally, but I know they work well on others. So from everything that I've tried, this is the only brand that is actually not irritating at all in my eyes. So I just keep buying this brand. Whichever one they have on sale, I'm just gonna get that. And that officially wraps up everything I have in this empties video. I will have another one by the end of the year where I'll introduce more skincare, body care, and probably hair care as well. Yeah, I think I'll just have a separate video at the end of the year where I go through all the makeup empties I've had this year. Alright, if you like this video, if you watched everything up until this point, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more makeup empties and my next upcoming empties video. Other than that, I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.